Buckle up, I've got a doozy of a video for you today. When I shared this presentation with my group coaching program, my clients said they felt called out, and maybe not in a good way. But listen, I don't want you to feel bad ever. I want to share how perfectionism could be stopping you from going after your greatest, most important dreams. Susie Chasm said, "Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will." But that's not going to happen to you, because we're going to talk about the roadblocks and what to do about them. Perfectionism is often worn as a badge of honor. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'm such a perfectionist"? This is not a good thing. Here are 5 sneaky ways perfectionism might be holding you back. I'm Alicia Wilford, life coach, author, artist, and entrepreneur. Here at Yoke and Abundance, we take a holistic approach to moving through life transitions with positive psychology and creativity. Welcome to my neck of the woods. 1. Paralysis by analysis. Overthinking and obsessing over details can lead to indecision and inaction. Perfectionism often results in overanalyzing every aspect of a situation, making it difficult to move forward. What does this look like in action? Well, first, over-researching, talking to lots of other people about the decision, soliciting too much outside information from the wrong places or people, signing up for and taking class after class after class without putting your work into the world, using learning and certifications as stalling instead of doing the darn thing. Second, fear of taking risks. Perfectionists often fear failure or making mistakes, so they avoid taking risks altogether. This fear limits your ability to explore new opportunities and reach your full potential. What does that look like in action? Well, not applying to things you're not sure if you'll get. Fear of the blank page or the blank canvas. Not wanting to mess things up. Mess up that pretty journal or sketchbook, right? Avoiding new hobbies or skills because you know you won't be good at them in the beginning. Fourth, avoiding speaking up in meetings or group discussions because you're afraid you won't have anything valuable to say or that you'll be judged for what you say. Or maybe declining leadership opportunities for fear of making mistakes or not meeting high expectations. Avoiding feedback or dismissing it, constructive criticism altogether, because it might highlight areas of improvement or perceived failure. Not sharing creative work, keeping creative projects or ideas to oneself out of fear of criticism or rejection, out of potential collaboration or feedback. Procrastination, striving for perfection, can lead to procrastination as you wait for the perfect moment or condition. However, this delay hinders progress and prevents you from achieving your goals. This is similar to that paralysis by analysis. But what does this look like in action? It's that over-planning and overthinking, spending excessive time planning and analyzing tasks to ensure they are executed perfectly. But this can lead to perfectionism, becoming overwhelmed by all of the details, resulting in failure to take any action at all, missed deadlines, missed opportunities. Waiting for the perfect moment when you delay starting a task or a project until you feel conditions are ideal, such as when you have more time, energy, or inspiration. However, this ideal moment may or may not come, leading to those missed opportunities, missed income, incomplete projects. Seeking external validation. When you delay taking action until you received validation or approval from others, you spend excessive time seeking reassurance or feedback before moving forward, leading to procrastination and lack of autonomy in your decision making. Burnout, the ultimate stopper, right? So Perfectionism can take a toll on your physical and your mental well-being. It's that constant striving for unattainable standards. It drains your energy. It diminishes your overall happiness. So what does that look like in action? Physical exhaustion. This is due to that relentless pursuit and pressure you've put on yourself to meet high standards. And it can result in fatigue, sleep disturbances, and other physical health issues such as headaches or muscle tension, decreased motivation and productivity, and burnout, which leads to a decline in motivation and productivity as you become overwhelmed by the demands you've placed on yourself. You may struggle to find the energy or enthusiasm to complete your tasks, resulting in procrastination or incomplete work, right? Emotional distress, increased levels of stress, anxiety, depression, as you constantly strive for perfection. The fear of failure and the pressure to meet unrealistic standards can take a toll on mental well-being, leading to emotional distress and feelings of inadequacy or worthlessness. And just a note, this can manifest in periods of health problems and the need for major social withdrawal. Now, the fifth is stifled creativity. Perfectionism stifles our creativity by imposing rigid standards on what we're doing. And when you're overly focused on achieving perfection, you're less likely to take risks or think outside the box, limiting your ability to innovate. So what does that look like in action? Avoidance of creative challenges. Avoiding creative challenges or projects that push you outside of your comfort zone. Sticking to familiar methods or techniques rather than exploring and experimenting new ideas or approaches. And that leads to stagnation in creative endeavors. It could be excessive self-criticism, constantly scrutinizing your work, and focusing on the flaws or the imperfections. This critical mindset can stifle creativity by just stopping the flow of ideas. It leads to lack of flexibility and adaptability, struggling to adapt to changes or setbacks in your creative pursuits, and becoming rigid in your approach, insisting on adhering to predetermined plans or standards rather than embracing spontaneity and flexibility. That lack of adaptability can hinder innovation and really your ability to respond to challenges and opportunities. So what do you do about all of this? The obstacle is the path, my friend. You embrace imperfection. Remember, perfection is an illusion. Instead of striving for flawless outcomes, focus on progress and growth. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. Embracing imperfection opens doors to creativity and innovation. Set realistic goals, breaking your big goals into smaller, achievable tasks. Set realistic expectations for yourself and celebrate every milestone you reach along the way. This approach helps to alleviate the pressure of perfectionism and mistakes and makes the journey more manageable. Challenging negative thoughts is a big one. Recognize and challenge your inner critic whenever you can, replacing them with positive affirmations, reminding yourself of your strengths and your past successes and the possibilities that lie ahead. Take imperfect action. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before taking action. Start where you are with what you have. Take small baby steps towards your goals, even if they're not flawless. Remember, imperfect action is better than no action at all. And then finally, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially in moments of perceived failure. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a friend facing similar challenges. Self-compassion nurtures resilience and helps you bounce back stronger. Now, how about a little homework? Identify one of the ways perfectionism might be showing up for you. Then brainstorm 3 to 5 ways that you could address it and share it in the comments section below. If this video was helpful, remember, sharing is caring. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend.